The Bonneville head is done, the one with the spark plug repair. All the valves are finally back in it. I had one heck of a time using this valve spring compressor. I've got an old one, it's the old C-clamp type, but the way it clamps onto the valve, or back onto the spring, wasn't compatible with the Triumph head. I couldn't use it, so I bought this guy. And these things are fairly inexpensive. They're what, 12, 15, 18 bucks. Everybody sells them. And they work pretty well once you get them to work. But when you put the cage on there, you'll notice that it wants to tilt sideways. And when you tighten this thing down on your valve and you push it in, what it does is it pushes the valve spring down the direction of this angle. And once it pushes the valves of the spring and the collar sideways, you cannot get the keepers in it except on one side. I had a heck of a time getting the first valve in this, and when I finally realized what was happening, I thought, well, maybe I should bend the top of this cage, but no, then I was thinking about machining a landing on the bottom of it. No, wait a minute, aha. I have a hack. That is a 12 millimeter rib nut. Thread this thing up on this screw. Find the cage that's going to fit the valve that you're using, or the valve spring. Snap that on, and then run this back down to it until it bottoms out on it. Now that thing won't kick over sideways. You can put as much pressure as you want, and the valve stem will go direct dead center of that collar in the valve spring, and you can get both keepers in without any problem. It took me a quarter of the time to do the remaining 3 valves in this head that it took me wrestling getting the first one in there. And I said lots and lots of really bad words. In fact, I think most of the neighbors for like 3 or 4 houses around left home. But I'm better now. This worked. So I hope that helped somebody. You know, they should have put a little shoulder or collar or something down here to hold this thing flat. But they didn't. These things are inexpensive for reasons. This is a Wheatos, OMT, Orion Motor Tech. That's what this is. But everybody sells these things. I think they're exactly the same ones. But that hat works. I hope it works for you.